Barely 6 months after marking 50 years of existence in October last year, which painted a rosy picture on its operations and growing membership to a tune of over 200,000, Stima Sacco Society Limited is grappling with claims of financial fraud and alleged cover-ups ahead of the 51st Annual General Meeting, scheduled for Friday, 28 February 2025 at 9 a.m. at the College of Insurance Auditorium, South Sea, Nairobi. In our part 1 of a 2-part investigative series dubbed Stima Sacco Rocked in Financial Fraud, cover-up claims ahead of AGM by the Informer Media Group, we delve inside Stima Sacco amid recent government stance to stamp out the rot ailing the SACCOs and cooperatives in the country. Our investigations have revealed that unscrupulous Stima Sacco employees and rogue members, alongside other external players, some former Sacco staff members, are said to be running a clandestine fraud syndicate and about it, including issuing loans to members using forged payslips. To cover up the mess, some of the implicated staff members are said to have been silently transferred to other branches with the protection of some of the Sacco board members. The revelations come against the backdrop of an order by the government through the Cooperatives and MSMEs Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya to have a forensic audit conducted on all SACCOs to safeguard members' savings from financial mismanagement.
Equity of SACCO sector. The government is implementing decisive measures to address financial mismanagement. Individuals found culpable will be held accountable through the appropriate legal and administrative framework. Similar measures will be taken against any cooperative leaders who misappropriate or mismanage members' funds. Let me clear, this will no longer be tolerated.
Oparanya issued the directive after a 13.3 billion shilling scandal at Kenya Union of Savings and Credit Cooperatives KUSCO exposed weaknesses in the sector's financial oversight. He said the audit also seeks to bring corrupt officials to justice, noting that several SACCOs across the country were in financial distress, a situation that prompted the government's decision to take action. He said, quote-unquote, the government is implementing decisive measures to address financial mismanagement. Individuals found culpable will be held accountable through the available legal and administrative framework. Similar measures will be taken against any cooperative leader who misappropriates or mismanages members' funds. This will no longer be tolerated. End of quote. He also announced plans to enhance the powers of the Sacco Society's regulatory authority SASRA to strengthen supervision and accountability in the cooperative sector. Oparanya said, quote-unquote, we intend to give Sacco Society's regulatory authority SASRA more powers to carry out supervisory duties to ensure the cooperative movement is strengthened. End of quote. Stima Sacco draws its membership mainly from parastatals under the Energy Ministry, such as the Kenya Power and Lighting Company KPLC, Energy and Petroleum Regulation Authority EPRA, Kenya Electricity Generating Company KENGEN, Kenya Electricity Transmission Company KETRACO, Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation REREC, and Geothermal Development Company GDC, among others. By the time of publishing this story, Stima Sacco National Chairperson Joseph Sirot, who also doubles as the Kenya Power Managing Director, Stima Sacco Chief Executive Officer Gamaliel Hassan, and Board Secretary Osman Katolwa had not responded to queries sent to them last week. According to available information, Stima Sacco reported a pre-tax profit of about 1.4 billion shillings in 2023. This profit was accompanied by a 21% growth in revenue, reaching 8.96 billion shillings, and a 10% increase in their asset base to 59.1 billion shillings. Over the same period, the Sacco paid out a dividend worth 1.44 billion shillings and grew its assets to 59.1 billion shillings. The Sacco, which has about 211,000 members, has 12 branches across the country, with financial assets standing at 61 billion shillings as at last year. Stima Sacco said through a public notice published on February 13, 2025, quote-unquote, Stima DT Sacco will hold its 51st annual general meeting on Friday, 28 February 2025 at 9 a.m. at the College of Insurance Auditorium, South Sea, Nairobi. The agenda includes the presentation of financial reports, approval of the 2025-2026 budget, elections, and key policy amendments, end of quote. In part 2 of this series, we bring to you a blow-by-blow account of the extent of the rot at the half-century-old financial institution.